Hello guys, welcome to Studio Green Art Labs. This is your first VREF for Max class. So once after learning 3ds Max, just continue with this tutorial, this class, where in this class you will be learning about VREF for both exterior and interior. So in this class we will learn about render setup, and then we'll see what is Cosmos browser of VREF, and then we'll learn how to do studio rendering, and then we'll see how to do camera setup. So these are the things that we will learn in this class. So guys, once you open the 3ds Max screen, just once you open this software, w- whatever it may be, whenever you open the 3ds Max, just make sure your units is same. So for just to check the units, you have to go to customize, click on customize, you have unit setup. In unit setup, you have two units. One is display units and another thing is system units. So this both should be same. Like if you are using feet with fractional inches, then the system units also should be inches. It should not be like here you are using millimeters and here inches, or here millimeters and here different thing like feet or meters. So these both should be same. The system unit and display unit should always be same. So just make sure that now both are same. So I'm closing this. No need to change anything. So okay guys, once you have opened this 3ds Max file and after installing VREF, so I'm using 3ds Max 2022. So you might be using 3ds Max 2020 or 2022, or maybe you may be using 3ds Max 2024. So to install V-Ray, you can go for V-Ray 5 if you are using the older version like 3ds Max 2020, 2021. But if you are using latest versions like 3ds Max 23 or 3ds Max 2024, then go for V-Ray 6. So just download V-Ray 6 from Chow's website, or also you can download cracked versions. So once after downloading, just install the 3ds Max software. Once after downloading the V-Ray, either maybe V-Ray 5 or V-Ray 6, just install the V-Ray software. After installing, just make sure the licensing thing is properly installed. So once you have installed it, you will get these things like separate thing, this thing and this. These both you will get separately, which will be on the screen like this. So you have to, after opening this 3ds Max, you have to just drag it and paste it like this. So this whole set is V-Ray. I have installed V-Ray 6 for 3ds Max 2022. So okay guys, once after installing and make sure the licensing thing is properly done. So just fix this tool over this side. And then the next thing is we have to go to render setup. The first thing that we are going to see is render setup. So for render setup, you can see this icon here, which is render setup, or you can also click shortcut keys F10. So by clicking here, this setup will come, which is a render setup. Or if not, you can also go to the rendering here in the menu bar. Just click on this rendering. Here again, you have the render setup. You can click here also. Just click on render setup. So this dialog box will appear. So in this dialog box, the first thing that you have to do is make sure which render engine that you want to use. So just in the renderer, just click on this. You have option called V-Ray 6, V-Ray GPU 6, and Arnold. Arnold is nothing but it is a default renderer for 3ds Max. It is a built-in renderer for 3ds Max. So if you have not installed V-Ray or Corona, Arnold will be already built in 3ds Max software. So once you have installed V-Ray 6, the additional render engine will be shown here. So just click on V-Ray 6. This V-Ray GPU 6 will not use that much. So don't worry about GPU 6. It will not be useful that much. So just click on V-Ray 6. Make V-Ray 6 as your default render option. So after this, you have just clicking on V-Ray 6. Then you have before that that was Arnold. So Arnold settings were there. Common, Arnold renderer system. These were the things which was previously available. But once after changing to V-Ray 6, you have V-Ray settings. So guys, what I want to tell you is, if you're after installing the V-Ray, if your licensing thing is properly done, then only these settings will be enabled for you to edit. If your licensing thing is not done properly, then these won't be visible. You won't be able to edit these settings. So just make sure that everything is editable. That means your licensing thing is done properly. So this all things should be editable. Just now after selecting this V-Ray option, V-Ray engine, you have to come to the V-Ray. Just come to V-Ray settings and make sure in the frame buffers these three things are checked on. Enable built-in frame buffer, memory frame buffer, and get resolution from max. These three things should be enabled. Just close this, and then the next thing is in the image sampler anti-aliasing. So in anti-aliasing image sampler, you have to select bucket in the type. Just click bucket. So then in the bucket image sampler, so guys, we have the another thing is, while rendering, you have two options, either to do low quality render or high quality render. Like if you are in the process of your project or at the initial stage of your project, while your client wants to do some changes and corrections, so you know that anyway the project is going to be changed and there will be a lot of corrections. So that time, to save the time, to save the time, we have to use low quality render. We almost use low quality render so that our time will be saved. And once we show to the client, he will say some corrections, and then uh, when we have all done, we have done the changes and corrections, everything perfect. And once the client wants the final render, that time we have to use the high quality render. So we know that no more changes are going to be done. So this is the last and final render. So for that thing, we can use high quality render. So for that, the time will be utilized little more. For low quality render, the time will be we can make it very faster. So for that, we have to make settings according to it. We have to make separate settings for low quality render, and we have to make separate settings for high quality render. So for that, the things we have to change in the setting. Now, as for low quality render, I'm going to give amount and values at the necessary places. So just keep noticing these things. So in the image sampler, just select this bucket. Instead of progressive, just select bucket. After that, come to bucket image sampler. In the bucket image sampler, the minimum subdivid should be 1 and the maximum subdivid should be 4. As we are going to produce low quality render, the maximum subdivid should be 4. If you are going to give a high quality render, that time it can be 24. For now, just we are making the settings for low quality render. So make sure this is 4. And then the noise threshold should be 0.01 as it is. So then the next thing is come to image filter. In image filter, just uncheck this image filter option. If you are going to do a high quality render, then the image filter should be on. But for now, we are setting a low quality render. Just uncheck this. And then again come down. You have color mapping. In the color mapping, just change it to exponential. So that in color mapping, if you change it to exponential, the thing is, it controls the uh, color mapping. Like it controls the burn. So if the render, like if you it avoids the too much brightness and things like contrast, saturation automatically. It handles it. So in color mapping, just make sure exponential is turned off. It will automatically control the brightness, contrast, and saturation. And remaining, let it be 1, 1. This dark multiplier, let it be 1. And this bright multiplier, let it be 1. So after completing this, the next thing is go to GI. In GI, you have two engines, primary engine and secondary engine. In primary engine, you have brute force and irradiance map. So first I'll tell you what brute force is. So in brute force, once if you in the primary engine, if you select brute force, the secondary engine should be light catch. So if you apply brute force, it is you don't need to do additional settings. Just click on brute force and then light catch. When you start a render, the light catch will run and the lighting once it catches the lightning, the render will be started automatically. So you don't need to do additional settings. But if you click on uh, irradiance map, these additional setting you have to do. In brute force, you don't need to do that additional settings, but in irradiance map, you have to do this additional setting. Just click on irradiance map. Once after clicking irradiance map, you will get this additional settings, which is irradiance map. So here, as we are doing a low quality setting, so here in the current preset, we have to set it as very low. Just click on very low and then make sure the subdivides is 50 and this sample inter samples is at 20. So in brute force, you don't need to do this additional settings. It will directly start the render after the light catch process done. So once if you have selected this irradiance map, these additional settings you have to do. And another thing is, before you start a render, two pre-pass things will happen. In irradiance map, if you have selected this irradiance map engine, before starting a rendering, two pre-pass will happen. So these are the things that will happen in irradiance map. That's in this engine. So once you have set it value to very low and then make sure this is 50 and 20. And the next thing that you have to set is go to light catch. In the light catch for preset, just click on still. And then as we are doing a low quality, we have to give amount of 500 and let it be 0.01 as it is. Just change this from 1000 to 500 as we are going to do low quality render. And remaining let it be checked on and let the value will be as it is as 2. So once after doing this GI settings, then move on to this normal settings. So in this settings, you have already this system thing. Just go to the settings. You have this system thing. In the system thing, you have option called dynamic meme limit. So this dynamic meme limit is nothing but if it is zero, then it will lose the. It will just it doesn't consume the RAM that much. So just give the value like 1 lakh. Give the amount of value like 1 lakh. So it is just increase the consumption of RAM. So the render will accelerate the consumption of RAM. So we have to give the value like 1 lakh for this. So just change this one. And then after this, move on to this is enough. Then after this, move on to render elements. In render elements, you have here something like add. Just click on add to add the layers. So this is the render element. In here you have option called add. Just click on add. You will get layers like this. Just click on V-Ray denoiser. Click on the V-Ray denoiser. Click OK. As you have selected V-Ray denoiser, come down. You have to enable this. You have to enable both. Enable and enable filtering. Both should be checked on. So after that, in V-Ray denoiser, as you have added this V-Ray denoiser layer, enable these both things and then come down. You have V-Ray denoiser parameters. So here, make sure default V-Ray denoiser is selected and then just come down. You have advanced denoiser parameter. In this, just make sure this show denoiser result channel is selected. Just make sure this is selected. This show denoiser result is selected channel, and then make sure hardware acceleration is checked on. That's all. These are the settings that you have to do for low quality render. So while you are doing a low quality render for now, this setting is done. You can close this. But after some time, after closing this 3ds Max file, then you are opening some another file, another 3ds Max file. For that time, if you have to do again this low quality render, you have to do these settings again and again. But that is not good. So to avoid that, you once you have done these settings, you can save this like a preset, low quality render preset or high quality render preset. Like this, once you have done a settings, you can just save this. When you open another file, you want to do a low quality render in another 3ds Max file, you can just load that low quality render file from that wherever that you have saved. So just to do that, you have an option called preset. In the preset, see, you have option called preset. To save and load, just click on the preset. You have option called load preset, save preset. But now we have to save this preset. We have set it low quality render setting. So click on save preset. A dialog box will appear like this. So I want to save this preset in a folder like class 1. This is a class 1 video for Max. So in the class 1 folder, I want to save it. Save it as low quality render. Type it as low quality render. So once you have typed it as a low quality render, click on save. So this dialog box will appear. So just unselect this comment thing alone. Press Control and unselect this. So make sure other these four effects, environment, render elements, V-Ray 6, these four are selected except common. Just unselect this common thing alone and then click on save. Once save is done, this whole setting is already saved. Now to load this, just click on load. So under this class 1 folder, we have this. We have this, just click on this. You already have set it this settings low quality render. Just click on this file and click open. Now these four options will be shown. Just click on load. So automatically what we have set it, what the settings that we have done for low quality render will appear here. So like this, we have to do the things, guys. So this is what things for doing for low quality. So till here, just try this out, guys. Just see how to do these settings, and after this, we'll continue the class. So till here, take few minutes and try how to do the low quality setting and try to do the preset. Save the settings and then load the settings and try this. We'll in the next few minutes we'll continue the class. Okay, guys. Thank you. So, okay, guys, now let's continue. So, here, one more thing that we have to change that in the render elements, here in the V-Ray denoiser, as denoising engine should be default V-Ray denoiser. And the next thing in presets, just change it to strong. Once done this, now in the preset, just go and save it. Just save this, yes, and just unselect this alone and click save. That's all. Now just close this and now let's create a studio. Now let's create a studio thing and we'll render a studio in that. So for that, first click on this front viewport and let's draw a line. Just make sure corner and corner is selected. Just click and draw a line like this and like this. Now, just let's make it as a studio kind of thing. So just let's fillet this like this. Let's fillet it like this. And then now let's okay, click on spline. Let's make an offset of this like this. And now apply extrude. So let the amount be around 10 feet. So okay, leave it as it is. So like this, we have made a studio. Now, just after creating a studio kind of thing like this, now the next thing that we have to learn is about lights and camera. So let it be like this. The next thing is we have to create a light and camera. So for that, just come to create. So this one we learned in the 3ds Max class. It is geometry, and this also we learned in 3ds Max class, which is shapes. And now the next thing is lights and camera. This is what we are going to learn now. So click on the lights. So in lights, you have to select here. So uh, there is option called V-Ray. So just click on the V-Ray. You have four options. So click on V-Ray light. Just click on V-Ray light, and on the top viewport, just click and drag it like this from the above. And in the elevation thing, just move it upwards like this. So this is how we have to place the light. And the next thing that we have to learn is about camera. So click on the camera. In the camera, you have option called V-Ray. There is a standard, there is a V-Ray, and there is an Arnold. So we have to click V-Ray. In V-Ray, we have two things, V-Ray domed camera and V-Ray physical camera. So just click on V-Ray physical camera. In the top viewport, just click on the top viewport, and as this is the front side, so just click here, just give a left click and drag it like this. And now just leave the click. So the camera is been settled. So here, now let's move to this viewport, in the front viewport. Just click here and come out of this camera. So you will be, now you can adjust the camera height and everything. So to adjust this camera height, we have an option called move these gimbals on y-axis like this. So if you move it like this, the camera angle, you can move it. So before that, just click on this perspective viewport. If you want to have the particular camera view on this perspective view, for that you have to press C. C is the shortcut key to get the exact camera view. So now I'm pressing C. See, once I have pressed the C, I'm getting the view what the camera from the camera angle. Once I have pressed the C option, the thing here it is changed. So if you click here, there is option perspective. Instead of perspective, I'm getting camera angle view. So that's the difference. Now it's been changed. Now if I again click it to perspective and just move it randomly like this, and again if I press C, again the exact camera angle I will get on this viewport. So the shortcut is C. Now just click on this viewport and click this, and now try to move this. So can you see the changes? From the camera angle, I'm getting a view, but the proper view, I'm not able to get a proper view. The target is below, the target is at here. So to change the target, just click on this box. Now move this. So now I am able to adjust the target. So again click this and you can change it like this. You can adjust the camera thing like this. So this one is target point. So this is how you have to adjust the camera. But if you want to adjust both camera and target at the same simultaneously, then just uh, move your cursor in the middle of this line and now select. So you can adjust this both camera and target at the same time like this. You can change this both at the same time like this. So let's keep it here. Okay, like this you can adjust both camera thing. So the next thing is after setting the camera, now the next thing is we'll see what Cosmo browser is. So in V-Ray 5 and V-Ray 6 alone, this Cosmo browser library will be available, where you can download a number of models like furnitures and products, which is already there's a library Cosmo library where everything will be available. So for that, in the V-Ray tab, you have something called Cosmos browser. Just click on this. Here, see, so once you open this Cosmo browser, it will be appear like this. So you have to sign in this account, Cosmo browser. Just Google sign in, and then you have available options like this: furniture, lighting, vehicles, like these things. So now let's download a furniture. Here, let's select any kind furnitures that we want to use here. So now let's select this furniture. Just download this. It will download it. Once the download is done, we'll place this furniture in the model by just clicking. Once the download is happened, this import thing will come. Just click on import. See, automatically the furniture has been placed. So now just close this. Now let's adjust this furniture. Just move it. Just try to adjust so that and rotate this. Make it a 90-degree like this. So again, let's adjust the chair like this. Let it place this thing here. Now select this camera and now we can just move it or else just select the whole thing and move it like this. So in this way, we can adjust the camera thing focusing on the furniture. So see guys, now if we want to adjust the zoom in, zoom out like this, so we have something here called camera setup. This is called viewport control toolbar. So from here we can control the zoom in, zoom out thing. So if we just skip on this viewport, we have something called zoom option here. So on the 2D viewport, we have this option. But when you click on the perspective, you have something different option which is called dolly camera. Just click on this and now adjust the zoom in and zoom out. So the camera angle uh, is properly zoomed in and zoomed out. So let's keep it like this. And now you give a right click to come out of it. So this is something called in perspective view. You can just adjust the zoom in, zoom out for the camera thing. So once after doing this, go to render setup. In render setup, as we have selected this viewport, so quad for view camera 01 will be appeared there. So if you click on this viewport, front will be here. If you click on here, top will be shown. So click on this. This is what we have to render. So click on this viewport and just lock this. If you lock this, then now if you click on it, it won't change. So the rendering will happen only in this place. So make sure you do a lock. Once after selecting the viewport, please select and lock this thing. So once doing this, then go to under the comment, go to output size. In output size, just change it to custom as we are going to do a low quality render. So let's set a normal amount like custom. In custom, let's have 800. Okay, 800 by 600. This size, we'll do a this size of render. So it is a low quality render, rough render. So let set this size, or else we can make 1024 by 768. So this quality, little bit okay, kind of quality. So once after setting the size, just close this. After setting the output size, now just close this. And now, before starting a render, if you want to know the exact view thing that while the rendering happens, whole thing will not be visible. Whatever that you are viewing here, everything will not be going to in the render thing. So just to make sure that whatever things that will be visible in the render, you have to turn on the safe frame. So for that, click on this V-Ray cam. So here, if you come down, you have option called show save frames. If you click on this, so this is what the viewport will be in the render thing. This is what it will be visible. So, now to make to just zoom it in proper way, just again come to this camera control point and use this dolly camera. Now just adjust the camera like this. Zoom in on the camera settings like this. So this one is enough. So once you turn on this show safe frame, so only this viewport, only which is shown, this is alone is going to be in the render thing. Remaining this will be not be shown. So if you turn off this show safe frame, so whole thing will be shown. And now again, if you turn on, so this is what is going to be visible in the render. So after this, now let's render this. So to render it, in the V-Ray toolbar, this is one option which is if you click on this icon, the render will start. Or else the shortcut key is to Press F9. If you press F9 or Shift plus F9, the shortcut for render. So now if I click on Shift and F9, the render is started. Or else, if I just click on this icon, again the render will start like this. So this is how it will look. So this is the whole thing, like how we have shown in the show safe run. So when you do a render, this is how the output will be. But in the render output, the brightness is very low. So we have to change the brightness. We have to edit the brightness so that uh, the render may look properly. So for that, we have to edit the lighting and camera settings. Now, just close this. You have another option here. In the render, you have another option. Just click here and hold. You have another option here, which is interactive render. Just click on this. Now click on this. So in the render, if you click on just on the render option, the whole image will be rendered. But in this option, interactive IPR, interactive render, in this mode, it will not render the full thing. If you just now, if you want to change it something like zoom in, see if I click to zoom in, if I click here like this, so automatically the changes will happen in the render as well. So if I zoom out this thing, automatically the render output is also will be changed. So this is what IPR render means, interactive render. So just turn on the interactive render, and now to change the brightness in this, go to just select this camera and go to modify. In the modify, you have come down, you have something here called aperture. In the aperture, just see f number and shutter speed. We have to adjust these both to change the brightness. So if I increase this f number like 16, the render is more dark. Now if I increase it to 24, it becoming more darkness. So if I increase to 300, again it is becoming more darker. So the thing is, if you reduce the f number and reduce the shutter speed, the brightness will be the lighting thing will be much more higher. So always remember that the f number lesser the f number, the brightness will be more. If you increase the f number, the darkness will be more. So this is what you have to adjust. Now let's keep it as 8 and make it as 200 as a default. To increase the brightness here, just type it like 100. Reduce the shutter speed. See the brightness, lighting has increased. So again here make it as 5. See now it looks really fine. So I have reduced the f number from 8 to 5 and reduced the shutter speed from 200 to 100. Now I'm getting a better result. So this is what main thing in the camera settings. Go to modify and just in the aperture settings, just try to adjust this f number and shutter speed. If you reduce the F number and shutter speed, the brightness will be so after this, you have to change the color exposure. In the color and exposure, you have a white balance thing. Just change the white balance to neutral. Once done this, we can start a render. Now let's close this. Just close this render and now click and hold this. You have a main render. Just click on this. So this is the final render. So this box thing is what is called as bucket. We have set it in the settings that bucket option. So that box thing is what known as bucket. So close this and again click on this render option. This box will come in now. This is what is called as bucket render. So this is how we have to set the camera and lights for a studio kind of render. So now it looks good. Low quality render and it looks fine. The color and everything looks really fine. So the final thing is we have to save this render. To save this, just click on this. Okay, now there uh, in file you have save the current channel, save all images channels to separate file like this. So click on the save current channel. So these are the other options. Uh, like if you want to save all images channels to separate files, like whatever that you render, all the images will be saving on a particular file. So if you want to just save this current image, so go to file and click on the save current channel. Once you click like this, just save it as a render, a studio render. And format, change it to JPG. Change it to JPG, or else you can also keep it as a all formats, studio render, and just save this. Okay, just click on JPG file and now save it. Once you click on save, don't change anything here. Let it as it is. Just click on OK. So once that's all. Once you do that, the image will be saved. Now just click here and see the render is already saved here. So this is the difference between the focal f number. So if you reduce the f number, the light it will absorb the lightness more. So if you keep it as 8, this is how the focal f number will be. So the light will be it will be capturing the very less amount of light. So the darkness will be more in the render. If you keep on reducing the f number, it will keep increasing. It will absorb more light. It will so the image will be much brighter. So this is the main thing that you have to understand. If the f number is 8, this is how the light this small amount of light is what it's going to capture. If you reduce it to 4, it will absorb more light comparing to 8. If you keep it as value 2, it will absorb much more light comparing to 4 and 8. So if you keep this value, the image will be more brighter. If you keep this value, the image will be more darker. That's the difference between f number. So yeah, the F number, that's the difference between what we have to understand during the render. So that's all for this class, guys. Just try this out and we'll see in the next class. So in the next class, we'll learn about interior lighting, interior day and night render. So for this class, that's all, guys. So let's see in the next class. Thank you.